Welcome to Main Event Talk. I'm David Flores. Ivan, Matt Harvey wants to buy TNA.
Really?
Guys, to another episode of Main Event Talk. This is I think this is episode technically 105. So this is actually our third week of returning. And you count the premiere show. But anyway, guys, big week in the headlines. Big news out there. Get right into it. Wow. NXT signings. Roderick Strong finally arrives to NXT along with Micke James. Triple H, Ivan signing these two over the weekend. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, it's great to see Micke James.
God,
I think Micke James at one point was just way ahead of her time and a much better.
She was like the actual only wrestler.
The only wrestler that they had in the Divas women's division, at the time. I think her against Asuka, upcoming pay-per-view.
Goodness.
That's gonna really raise bars in the women's division.
That's gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Asuka versus Micke James. Just Asuka. Just Asuka. And then Roderick Strong. What do you think about Roderick Strong? Finally,
it's about time.
Oh God.
I mean, there's a lot of guys who are in the independent scene who need to be called up already. Who is just full of so much talent and can give so much and can contribute so much to the sport of professional wrestling. I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to see him. I don't know if a lot of you guys are aware. He fought Seth Rollins in the past. He fought Daniel Bryan in the past. He's teamed up with Austin Aries in the past. I mean, this guy, you're in for a doozy. This guy's going to be phenomenal.
One hell of a ride.
Yeah, so I can't wait. And I think he's going to be if you don't think he's the future of NXT, you got nothing coming. Yeah. This is the future of NXT. If you wanted a replacement for CM Punk, you just found him.
If not better. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, next headline.
Well, Paige Del Rio engaged. So this weekend on Lucha Libre New Generation show in Puerto Rico, Paige went into the middle of the ring and proposed to Alberto Del Rio.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What do you think?
I'm only upset because I'm a huge fan of Paige. I think she's just hot.
Oh, yeah, that's wifey. Paige is wifey right now. How the Del Rio did it, I don't know. But I think the biggest concern here is Paige's WWE future. Everybody is questioning her future right now with the WWE.
It doesn't look good, to be honest with you. If you look at a couple of past relationships with divas or women performers and some of the men, some of the superstars, they always bumped heads. Something
AJ Lee,
CM Punk was one, and he left, and she followed.
Yeah, so I think it's inevitable. I know they said they're calling the whole neck injury thing, and I don't know if did you see the Twitter how the family got involved. So I think this is unfortunately the beginning of the end of Paige's era, which sucks because they gave her the prestige of being the first NXT / Divas at the time champion. So they had big plans for her, but she was always inconsistent. Maybe it was her age.
I think it was her age, and it's sad. They put everything was unintentionally, because she earned it, put on a silver platter for her.
Yeah, it really was.
A gold platter.
It really was.
I've never seen a diva get the treatment that she gets.
She was the future of the women's division.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, hey, we got Becky, we got Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha, which we'll get into that later.
Don't get me started. But a little message for Paige. You've been replaced by Becky Lynch. Just saying. Heartbreaker.
All right. Next headline. CM Punk done with UFC? Well, while in a press conference this weekend, Dana White was asked about CM Punk's future. And he said, and I quote, "Is CM Punk a guy who would stay with the UFC? and continue to fight? Probably not. Ouch.
Ouch. Are you surprised?
I'm a little surprised that they're not. I'm a little surprised that they're not milking him more for buy rates. But it was coming, and it should have came the night that he lost, because he lost. It was a schoolyard fight with a guy that's training fighting versus a guy who's not. That's what it looked like to me.
Well, I mean, it was too painful. I mean, I saw pictures, with the memes on social media, with the pictures. Yeah, he had the, cauliflower. And
Cauliflower, yeah. He got his ass whooped.
Yeah, you got your ass whooped. Just wrestle.
Come back, get your royalties. Come back to, 2K18 next year. Be a downloadable content, whatever.
Look, man, I still want those ice creams, but did they even give the ice creams? No.
See the company back the ice cream company.
See, if you want to fight for something, fight for ice cream bars.
Oh man, what do you think the chances are? I mean, obviously this is it for CM Punk for fighting, because I mean, who else is going to take him seriously after this? What do you think he goes from here? ROH, TNA?
Well, I mean, you've ever heard the term "one and done"?
Mm-hmm.
You see why he's straight edge now.
Hey, I resent that. I'm straight edge too.
He is straight edge. Saying guys, he is straight edge. But no, jokes aside, I think UFC is going to look at him as a big joke. I mean, the only man that they don't take as a joke is Brock Lesnar, because the guy can go. The guy's a phenomenal athlete. He's a freak of nature. But
yeah,
just I hate to put it this way. I mean, I don't know how things ended with the WWE.
I mean, they ended pretty bad.
I mean, I don't know how bad. That's the thing.
Well, if you were to put a number on it, scale from 1 to 10, chances he returns to WWE?
2.
2? I'll give it 4 or 5. So,
you better do some serious. You better kiss McMahon's ass.
Yeah.
And remember, there's 3 of them.
I'm sure he got a text that day. Are you done? Anyway, next headline.
So Rey Mysterio commented on his Lucha Underground status this past Friday and remained adamant that he wants to stay in Lucha Underground and continue to build the brand. Smart move?
I don't know. Because I can't read Lucha Underground right now. I don't know if they're planning for long term or if they're planning for immediate. What I mean by that is I feel like they're not invested enough in star power, and I know a lot of the IWC community looks down on star power when it comes to new companies, but you need star power to gain attraction. You need attraction to gain revenue, especially with them starting to tour right now. Raising attraction, but that fades out after a while. Hulk Hogan and TNA is proof of that.
Yeah, well, TNA destroyed. Hogan destroyed TNA. Sorry, Terry Bollea. Facts. But I think what they're doing with Lucha Underground is taking wrestling to a different level. I mean, the wrestling is amazing.
I'm a fan.
Oh, so
you guys know.
But it's just. It's just that I don't think they're looking for long term. I think what they're looking to do is make it an actual show, not something like the WWE. Something different. Right. As if you were watching like you're watching a series, like you're watching The Green Hornet, or if you were watching The Walking Dead, or if you were watching, something like that, just with wrestling.
Here's my beef with that, and I love the show. So my beef is not necessarily Lucha Underground. It's more with the audience. It's cool for anybody else to be sports entertainment, right? But when WWE does it, they want to eliminate pro wrestling by calling it sports entertainment. I guess my question is, why is the drive and popularity behind Lucha Underground so prestige, but when it comes to WWE, people are immediately...
Well, because WWE has been around for so many years. I mean...
Oh my God, the hate is real.
Yeah, the hate is real, but if you look at TNA, if you look at Lucha Underground, that's sports entertainment.
Right.
What it really is. It really defines what sports entertainment is supposed to be, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 2 different companies doing what they should, and it should be different.
I mean, I think if If they were to do what they were doing in Lucha Underground and WWE, I would probably catch a fit about that. I would look at that and say, like, are you kidding? And why are you doing that?
They already have a blueprint that we're used to, so they need to stick to that blueprint.
I mean, Mike's skills is great. It's good to have, enhanced storylines, but these are actual stories. I mean, I feel like I'm watching a live version of Mortal Kombat,
But here's the thing, too. One of the reasons Ray left was because he felt WWE didn't have enough wrestling. There you go. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lucha does have wrestling, but it also inserts what WWE inserts, which is the entertainment aspect of it. So, I don't know, it's a little tricky, man. I would like to see more big names in Lucha. Not a lot of big names, but some. Just to give it that oomph that it needs. But, I don't know, I guess it remains to be seen where it goes.
I guess so.
Next headline. Billy Corgan. Various reports surfaced last week that Billy Corgan is in the process of suing TNA. What can this be about?
I can't think of anyone wanting, Well, yeah, I can think of 1,000 reasons as to why anyone would want to sue TNA.
So why he's actually being nice to TNA for once.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of reasons as to why anyone would sue TNA. I mean, look at the history of it and how they have to go back to the actual Impact Zone in Florida.
Well,
and just to make money to make up for the money that they lost and the money that, they still owe certain superstars.
I have a theory. Here's my theory. I think that Dixie Carter wants to sell the entire company, not just the library, to Vince McMahon. And I think that Billy Corgan was promised the company. Because what else can he be suing about?
Do you think it has anything to do with maybe some type of copyright infringement of a superstar?
No, I mean, because at the end of the day, the company doesn't really belong to Dixie Carter, which I hate when people say that online. It belongs to Panda Energy. The investors are the ones that gave her the right to sell. The investors are going to look for the best potential buyer. And the best potential buyer right now is obviously this grumpy billionaire from Stamford, Connecticut, Vince McMahon. Yeah, he only wants the library, but they're going to try to sell him the whole shebang. And I think that they want to sell him the whole shebang. I think they look at Billy Corgan as kind of a joke when it comes to that. So, I don't know. I think that's what it's about. And I think it's sad because I think Billy Corgan has the right intentions.
I think he does.
For TNA. And a lot of people apparently like this guy. But I don't think he's going to get it. I think the loss is going to be pointless. Because at the end of the day, business is business.
It's going to be more.
But anyway, sadly, next headline.
Yeah. Ta-da! I'm going to love this one. Check it out, wrestling fans. Charlotte wants to dive off the cell. Yeah, you just tossed Sasha off. Anyway, Charlotte and Sasha Banks are reportedly main eventing the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view coming up. Charlotte recently stated that she wants to make an impact by doing a moonsault off the top of the cell. I dig it.
You dig it?
I dig it. I want to see women getting crazy. Let's do it. I dig it.
How is this possible? Are they going to give them like a miniature version of the cell? Women's side, because you know how WWE downplays. I saw a ladder match once in a WWE house show where they gave him like a miniature version of a ladder. I mean, I'm not saying that should happen.
It shouldn't.
They should get a regular cell, but a moonsault off the cell. Shane barely had any control coming off the elbow. How's she going to control the moonsault coming off the cell?
It's professional wrestling. She knew what she signed up for.
Oh my lord.
Just saying. I want to see chair shots.
I want to see chair shots.
I want to see women going through tables.
I want to see women going through tables.
We already saw Alicia Fox go through a wall.
That was pretty awesome.
I want to see more of that. This is wrestling. This isn't the Divas division. This is wrestling.
I do too. I want to see more of that too.
But safety's a concern as well.
Yes, very concerned. First of all, can she even project the jump from the cell to the ground? Like, she might land in the audience, for all we know. Like, they got to coordinate this. Like, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to go through with it. There's going to be in an area where there's a lot of padding, and they're going to, like, rig the whole floor or whatever, because this is crazy. I mean, I think Mick Foley in his prime? Would have been like moonsault? I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, I want to see it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see it too. I mean, I've seen Kurt Angle attempt moonsaults and things like that off the top rope, and
oh yeah,
almost didn't break his neck.
With it, yeah.
Brock Lesnar as
I think
well.
he broke his arm once.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar,
What's Brock? Oh, Brock Lesnar almost killed himself. But that was from the top rope.
Yeah,
Kurt Angle moonsault from the cage. This guy almost killed himself from the top rope.
Look, Mick Foley jumped off the top of a house and he turned out all right.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Brock, let's move on to what's becoming his counterpart, Bill Goldberg. In the height of Goldberg's anticipated return to tonight's Raw, we can now report that Goldberg has signed a multi-day contract with the WWE, which means he is going to appear in various Raws, or maybe SmackDown, who knows, because he's not a Raw superstar. But anyway, I guess Goldberg's back with the WWE. Is this temporary, or is just this a road to the Hall of Fame?
It's just a road to the Hall of Fame. It never fails. It's a pattern. Whenever you see one of these returning WCW superstars come back, it's always to go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, I really didn't want to talk about Goldberg this week because we did it last week. But, I mean, everybody, we got a couple messages asking about Goldberg, but here's the deal, guys. Goldberg is like 50 years old. Brock is in tip-top condition, but at the end of the day, he's like 43 years old. You're not going to see anything special. You're either going to see a spear and a jackhammer in 7 minutes, and that's a lot of time, or you're going to see Suplex City. You're not going to get anything special. I don't know what either one gets from this, which is, I guess, the confusing part for me.
Here's the thing, is most wrestling fans just want to see, new wrestling fans, just want to see if anyone can destroy this beast, because Brock has been kicking everyone's ass all over the place. They're hurting him.
See?
That was great.
I knew you were going to say that too.
That was great. Anyway, but no, but in all seriousness, I think it's just a matter of no one can dominate this beast. We need Goldberg back. Let's bring Goldberg, because Goldberg destroyed Brock. Well, let's be real, folks. The match sucked.
Oh yeah. Like I said, Nacho Man and Huckster, WrestleMania 12 pre-show was better than that.
Dude, I'd rather watch my two cousins wrestle in my living room.
Yeah.
I get a much entertaining match.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm having a hard time. My biggest thing is I'm having a hard time looking at the outcome. If Goldberg wins, what's in it for Brock from losing? And if Goldberg loses, what's in it for him for losing?
Well, here's the thing. I think it's bad for Brock to lose.
It's horrible for Brock to lose. It was an embarrassing loss at WrestleMania 20, which people still talk about. And then Goldberg's been out for how many years? Nothing I don't understand is how badly he talks about the company. He comes back and then he beats your top guy again just to leave with a Hall of Fame ring in his finger. I don't know. It's
Why don't you just show up to the Hall of Fame, get your ring, shut up?
Yeah, I'm just. The whole thing for me. It's confusing, but that's just me. I don't know. And then the thing that bothers me the most is that they both don't even watch wrestling.
They're not wrestling fans,
right? So I don't know, but whatever. We're just the guy with the blue shirt and I'm talking on a web series show. Not knowing what he's talking about.
Yeah, pretty much. We're not wrestlers. Which means don't come after us.
Yeah. Last topic. Raw and SmackDown. What do you thought last week, Raw and SmackDown?
I thought SmackDown was a better, at least last week, was a better show to watch.
Way more organized.
Yeah, way more organized. I was extremely entertained.
Yeah.
By every single bit. Every match was flawless.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think back now, like, what about Raw that I like? The only thing I could think about is Paul Heyman. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Maybe because we just talked about Goldberg. But
yeah, but I mean, Paul Heyman, as always, delivers these amazing promos.
How do you think Kevin Owens is doing as the brand's carrier of the title?
I like it.
I love Kevin Owens. Yeah.
I like it. I like you, man.
I'm not sure if I like Seth Rollins as a face. I don't know if it's working or if he's like getting comfortable with it, but I don't know if I can see him as the top baby face of the Raw brand. I'm really starting to see that they're missing Finn Balor right now. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Finn Balor, we wish him a speedy recovery, but Finn Balor and Kevin Owens are definitely gonna be the next.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah,
has to be. And then what did we see on SmackDown that was great? I think I was watching it again the other day. Dean Ambrose, the special referee, thing was hilarious. Hilarious.
Who the hell who picks up? My thing is, how do you answer your cell phone in the middle of the ring when in an arena surrounded by 30 people?
That was hilarious.
And you're,
my son was getting a kick out of it.
I got a kick out of it. Like, is he being on the cell phone?
You know what I love about the SmackDown brand though? What's the guy's name again that beat AJ? I forget his name. And I know they're gonna crush me in the comments for forgetting his name, but I like that they're catering to the internet audience because he's so popular on social media. And they know that, and they're running with that, as opposed to Raw, where they kind of walk to the tone of their own horn. Which I don't know. I still feel like Raw is ran by Vince, and he doesn't listen. And SmackDown's the opposite.
I think with SmackDown, you got a young guy like Daniel Bryan, and you got. You hear that?
I love Daniel Bryan.
Do you hear that?
That's the man.
But yeah, you hear. If you look more at SmackDown, you see that roster is happy and they're having a good time.
Oh yeah, you can tell. It's the reason Cesaro wants to leave Raw.
Yes, I feel bad for that guy. I really feel bad for that guy. Put a belt on this guy, man. He's earned it.
At least give him a feud. Give him a Kevin Owens feud at least. Doesn't have to win.
Put a belt on that guy. Put a belt on that guy.
And speaking of putting something on something, we're going to put the horn on it. And it's time for us to go. Guys, as always, you can catch us every Monday around 7-ish. Keep in mind we don't have a network, so there's no actual time slot there. But anyway, in the 7 o'clock hour, just tune into ManiaTalk.com. You'll see the newest episode. For back episodes, make sure you follow us on our YouTube channel. Stay tuned Friday for this phenomenal show called It Matters. I don't know if you guys caught it. Funny premiere show. What are you talking about this week?
You just have to wait and see like everyone else.
We just have to wait and see like everybody else. Anyway, It Matters, Fridays, around 10:30ish at night when everybody's home from Fridays or Applebee's. And speaking of home, what are you on your way to do? Eat. And I am about to go grab my cup of coffee that I forgot to drink while we were doing the show. So anyway, guys, follow us on social media. See you next time. Stay tuned for another giveaway that we're going to be talking about soon. And I'll give you a hint, season pass. But anyway, till next time, I'm Dave Flores.
I'm Torres.
And we're going to go look for our producer.
I think someone's going to give you a car ticket.
No, actually, my car. We started?
That's a good question. Where is he?
It's been an hour.
Been that long?
He's got one job.
Oh, God.
Unbelievable.
How do you get lost walking up the stairs?
Where's producer?
Seriously.